everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for tuning in as always, and today we are starting the Christmas session vlog. We're down at Moreton Fisheries in Congleton. I have fished here before, not for a long time, but a big thank you to Scott and the lake owners for allowing me to fish over the Christmas period. So today is the 23rd of December. We're here till Boxing Day morning, so we've got 3 nights to try and find a Christmas carp. Now, we're not fishing yet. The rods are down there, just set up the house, and I've been watching the water for the past 45 minutes or so, and we have seen a couple cruising on top, so that is a good sign. So what I'm going to do now is tie up some fresh rigs. Not sure whether to go with solid bags, pop-ups. I'm going to have a little think and see what takes my fancy. So I'll catch back up with you once the rods are out, but yeah, I'll have the place to myself, dead excited. So let's see if we can make it happen. Right, let's have a look at what the baiting approach is for this session. Now, the weather, believe it or not, is around 10 degrees, very mild, no wind whatsoever. It feels like we could be fishing in the middle of September, early October. So, I've seen a couple of fish moving, so that tells me that they are still a little bit active. So, I'm not going to go balls deep and fill it in, but I am going to introduce a little bit of bait at the beginning of the session. I'm going to find my spots, and I'm going to put some bait out there, and I'm going to fish on it and leave it until I get a bite. I'm here for 3 nights, so there is plenty of time for the fish to move and come across it. But we're not talking a shitload of bait, but you know, probably a kilo of sticky manila, which I'll show you in a second, a kilo of the manila pallet matching, and some sweet corn. So let's get into it. So we've got a nice fresh bag of 12 millers. And these are the active manila, and they smell obviously beautiful, nice and small. So we're going to introduce 1 bag of that. Next up is the matching 4mm pellets. Now, this lake, if you fished it before in the spring and summer and autumn, they do like a munch, and if you fish over beds of bait on here during those times, you will catch. Now obviously with it being winter, not quite the same. However, the conditions have been mild for the past couple of weeks. Ever faithful sweet corn. Again, bag of that in. And before you all start shouting at me saying, why are you putting that much bait in, it's winter, they're not eating, I'm not going to put it all in now, so calm down before you start shouting at me in the comments, because I see you all getting excited, ready to have a go, saying, what are you doing, you stupid blanket. Don't worry, not putting it all in. And then the manila liquid to match. Put 1/3 of this in the mix. Liquid gold. Smells bloody lovely. Let's give it a mix up. And what you've got is that. So there you have it. I'm probably going to crush up some of them little 12 millers as well in the grinder, just so we've got some little particles knocking about. And there's little bits moving out there on top, so it is looking promising. So what I'm going to do now, put my teeth back in, is find a couple of spots to get the rods out on the dance floor. Forgot to mention as well, I'm testing out and piloting some new bank sticks. They're from a brand new company. They're called Twig Tackle, TWIGG, Twig Tackle. Take a look at these. As you can see, sleek design, absolutely quality. You would not know that that was a bank stick. You wouldn't have a clue. And here's the other one. And again, they're all very unique, bespoke, custom build. So yeah, nothing to do with the fact that I might have left mine at home. And yeah, need to be accurate, blankers. So if you ever forget your bank sticks, head on over to Twig Tackle and get yourself a pair of them. Good old blankers, rod number 2, solid bag, small solid bag, just a tiny bit of hemp oil, and that's got a 12mm essential cell pop-up. Little hook baits, bright colours. See if you can get us a bite. Let's get it out on the dance floor. That, my friends, is on the money. Good evening, blankers. Nothing to report, just thought I'd give you an evening update before I get into bed. Someone's just walked over my grave. It is just after 8:30, so I've just come off TikTok live. I had a cracking session on there. Big thank you and a big love to all of you people that support me on there. Totally blown away by the chat and the stuff that we have on there. So if you're not following me on TikTok and you've got TikTok, I do always live stream all of my sessions on there, so you can see what's going on live and in real time. So feel free to come and say hello when I'm on TikTok. But anyway, nothing carpy to report. Redid the solid bag rods at about 4 o'clock this afternoon, so just before it went dark. Left the middle rod out, that's on the Ronnie, where it's got a small yellow pop-up on. Fishing sort of a wafter style, it's not really fishing Ronnie style, just because of the weight of everything else, bringing that pop-up down a little bit. But this place does do well on wafters, so it's not a bad thing that it's not fishing Ronnie popped up style. So yeah, I'm gonna get in the bag now, put something on Netflix. Temperature and weather wise, the rain has come, it's warming up a little bit. It's about 7-8 degrees now, so it's 5 or 6 earlier. You can probably hear the rain tip tapping on the bivvy. So yeah, I've had some food. I've had a cracking kebab, which again, like one of the TikTok followers that has followed my journey for a while decided to just order me a takeaway and pay for it via TikTok. So Craig, a massive shout out and thank you to you, absolute legend. You didn't have to do that. Very, very kind of you. But honestly now, I am stuffed. I'm going to get into bed now. I'm going to have a cheeky strongbow, and fingers crossed one of them dalkims starts to sing in the middle of the night. So I'll see you in the morning with a brew and let you know what the plan of attack is for tomorrow. Good morning, Blankers, and frustrated night. We lost one. So we had a bite about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning on the left-hand rod. By the time I got out to it and struck into it, because I was obviously in a very deep sleep, it was on, I felt it, it didn't feel big, it felt a bit weird as though it wasn't hooked properly. And then after about, I don't know what, 15 seconds, it just sort of pulled off. So it was either not hooked properly or maybe foul hooked, I'm not sure, but it just felt a bit weird. Don't know, I think it was a carp, because it definitely wasn't a bream, but yeah, it just felt really, really weird. But other than that, as you can see, the lake's looking beautiful. Nothing else carpy happened. But it was nice to hear the old dalkims again after blanking so much on Baden Hall recently. Yeah, it was nice to hear them, but I haven't seen anything show this morning. It's about 8:30 now. Been watching the water. You can see the odd one moving around, you know, when they're just under the surface. So I think I might try a zig today. I'll tie one of them up and just try that just underneath the surface, see if I can pick one up that's cruising around just under the surface. So yeah, it was Christmas Eve today. Christmas Eve. It's about 10 degrees already. Nice and warm. Mental conditions for this time of the year. But yeah, so that's the morning update for Christmas Eve. So I'll leave the rods out for another hour or so till we get to about 9:30, 10 o'clock, and then I think I'll go and use the facilities, drop the kids off the nose, and come back and redo the rods. I'll leave 2 on solid bags, and I'll put 1 on a zig, that middle rod, and just dot that about today, see if I can pick one up as they're cruising around in the upper layers. Good afternoon, Blankers. Nothing to report. Very quiet on the eastern front. I'm just sat in the massive double peg next to mine. So I'm over there. And this peg is huge. I bet you could probably get 3 bivvies on here if you really wanted to, but it makes a cracking double. So it's coming up to 3 o'clock now, so I'm going to redo the rods. I've had a zig out again all day, just bobbing that about because I can still see them moving under the surface, but not so much as a knock. And then the other 2 have still been on solid bags. So yeah, we're going to bring them in now. I'm going to keep the 2 on the solid bags. I'm going to change the zig over back to a pop-up. I'm going to fish that as a Ronnie. I'm going to stick to my guns with that over the little bit of bait that I've put out, which is the 12mm Manila Actives, the Manila pallets, the 4mm, and sweet corn with the Manila glug. So I've put 4 more midi spots over each spot, I haven't put any more bait out since I got here yesterday, so over 24 hours, and I only put 3 spots over each spot then, so it's not a lot of bait, just in case they do come across it, because I think this is the type of place where you can switch, and then before you know it, you might have 2-3 bites in the space of a few hours if they come across you, your bait. So and again, it's mild, it's 11-12 degrees, Christmas Eve night, so I'm going to get the rods redone, and then I'm going to jump on to TikTok Live, have a Christmas Eve TikTok Live session, live stream. So if you're not following me on TikTok, make sure you head over and check out my profile there, Specialist Blanca, the one and only account on there called that. If there is any others, they're impersonating me. I had an issue with that last week, so that's always fun. But anyway, I'm going to stop moping about, going to get a special milk down me, and get these rods sorted, and I've just got to stay confident. I haven't seen any fish show today like I did yesterday, but they are out there. I can see them moving, I can see them knocking the surface, so hopefully they'll get their heads down tonight. So fingers crossed, I'll see you in the next few hours with a fish. Failing that, it'll be Christmas morning tomorrow. Good morning, Blankers, and Merry Christmas to you all. I look absolutely exhausted because at 5 o'clock this morning the right hand rod decided to burst into life, and I got graced with a beautiful 7-pound bream. Yeah, honestly, thought it was a carp. Absolutely fuming. Unhooked it just down there, and then yeah, I've been wide awake since. So yeah, I'm gonna redo the rods now. Some people have just turned up opposite, they just come out for a few hours, day session, brought the little one with them, which is nice. But yeah, fuming. So I redid that rod about 5:15 this morning, so that one can stay out. I'm going to redo the left rod and the middle rod now, and then I'm going to start getting prepped for Christmas dinner. So we're going to be cooking a full-on crimbo dinner in the cob, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, other than that, very quiet night. 5 o'clock in the morning, beep 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 beep, bream. It's looking alright out there again. So yeah, I was going to the last day and the last night tonight of this session. Fingers crossed we can get a carp. So we've lost a carp, we've had a bream, 3rd time lucky. Come on, the next one has got to be a fat carp surely. Okie doke, now it's the time you've all been waiting for. It's not really, but we're gonna cook Christmas dinner on the bank using the cob. So let me show you what we're gonna attempt to cook. So we've got a lovely side of beef there, so we're gonna cook that in the cob. We've got our lovely pigs in blankets. We've got mashed potato, carrots, parsnips, green beans, Yorkshire puddings, and obviously gravy. But the main thing is the joint of meat. So I've cooked lots of things, if you've seen any of my previous vlogs, in the cob. I'll show you, she's down here, I've not lit her yet. Sorry about that, the GoPro fell out of the holder. There's the cob. We're going to light that bad boy in a minute, and then yeah, we're going to cook Christmas dinner on the bank, so I'll keep you updated. I can just see some ducks and coots diving on the spots out there now. So I'll keep you updated. I'll show you how the joint is cracking on, and the next clip you'll probably see is the final result. So it'll either be an absolute masterpiece, or I'll be eating a packet of crisps because it's gone tits up. So fingers crossed it's the first one. Okay, Blankers, let me know what you think of this Christmas dinner on the bank, all cooked in the cob. Take a look at this. We've got sprouts, nice bit of beef, mashed potato, carrots, green beans. Can't wait to get tucked into this, Blankers. And one more thing, we've got the Prosecco. Cheers, Blankers. Oh, Merry Christmas. Bring on the fish. Well, after that food, I am absolutely stuffed, Blankers. Proper stuffed. It was amazing. Probably the best food I've ever cooked on the bank, to be fair. But anyway, back to fishing. So I'm just about to redo the solid bag rods now for the night, the final night. Take a look, we've got another glorious view again this evening. The middle rod was done about an hour ago. I've put a high vis pop up on that now, a pink. I'm just thinking because the water in the lake is very, very murky. I don't know, it's just trying something different to make it stand out. If there's a passing fish, it might see it and go and check it out. That's what I'm thinking. In the solid bags, we're going to stick with the yellows and the oranges from Sticky Baits. So I've just tied up 2 small bags. So yeah, I'm going to redo them now. And that'll be it. Pack it up tomorrow morning. So if you don't see me in the night, I will be fonding you. No, that's the wrong word. Anyway, I'll be saying goodbye, farewell, as Boxing Day morning is my big family day tomorrow. So I'll either see you in the night or I'll see you in the morning, and we will evaluate the session. But I've enjoyed it. I've really, really enjoyed it. So again, no fish yet, apart from obviously the fish we don't speak about, the fish that must not be named, because we do not want another one of them this morning. So yes, I'll probably see you in the morning, Blankers. Let you know how the night went. Good morning, Blanca Vision. As you can see, it's still very early. The mist and fog is all over the lake still. But it's time to pack up. I feel like I've got a bit of a cold coming, unfortunately. Anyway, nothing carpy has happened. If anything, I think I might have a bream on this left rod. The swinger keeps dropping up and down this past 10 minutes, so that's a nice Boxing Day morning present, isn't it? So we're going to get everything packed down now. My family day today, so looking forward to seeing all the kids and mum, bro, everyone else. So yes, it has been a pleasure, Blankers. Unfortunately, we've not bought a carp on the bank over the Christmas period, which would have been nice. We lost one on Monday. We had a big, horrible bream yesterday morning. And it looks as though we've got another one on there now. So, happy days, eh? Happy days. But thank you for all of your love and support this year for the channel. It has been greatly appreciated. And we'll go and we'll do it all again next year. So this will be my last session of 2024, and I'll be back out January some point, so I'll see you then. How amazing. Really? Really? A bream? Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.